This video will be just a little bit longer because I'm going to not just go one page and then stop. This is going to be the full parent login. So, as a parent, what do you see? What are you going to experience on your end for the login? Now you'll land on the dashboard, and that is the dashboard gives you just an overview of your kids, kind of what they've earned recently, what their attendance is like. You can do some drilling items. You can view their profile there and kind of see what needs to be signed off, look at their attendance, look at the merits that they're working on, look at their progress for those merits. Like we can see in basketry, uh, uh, 5 of the 22 items have been signed off. I can actually do a drop down and see what's been signed off. And then I, as a parent, can submit something for the commander to review and say, "Oh, Johnny has done, bamboo," and I'll show you the piece how to do that. Spirit challenges are for expedition rangers. Achievements are for ranger kids. Leadership merits are for all age groups at third grade or above. You can look at everything your child has actually earned. So these are the merits that Billy has actually earned in this case. Memory verses are for future release. Nothing right now. Bible lessons are nothing right now, and then you can look at the attendance when they showed up, what they brought, what was logged for them, that kind of thing. So that's what you get when you're back here at the dashboard and you click that three dot and you view their profile. You can then enter the account and actually view the account as Johnny. So if you don't want to deal with, or in this case, Billy, if you don't want to deal with Billy doing a full login and using a username and password, I can go ahead and just enter Billy's account, and we'll have a whole nother video on how a student can use their student accounts. But that's how you would enter into his account. When you're done, you can just exit that account, that top right hand corner, and then we can come over here and now this is where I can submit completion. Let's say he's done an award. You're going to go into his account. You're going to be viewing it as him, but logged in as you, and then you can find that award and submit it. So let's say he has been working on the Advanced Archery Award. Now I can see in this case he's already earned this, so I don't need to check those things off. Let's slide down here and say American Cultures. Um, uh, you can check off what he has and hasn't done. So you can come over here and say, validate, how did you complete this merit? And you're going to say, work at home each evening. You're going to put your name here, your relationship, and you're going to submit it for review. And then a leader will review that and make a decision on whether or not they're going to sign off on that. So be very detail oriented here on what they did and didn't do. If they didn't do something, just uncheck it, right? He didn't do those three things, and I'm going to submit it, and it's going to be submitted with everything but those three things checked off, right? And that's how you're going to do that. Let's go ahead and exit out of the account and go back into the parent account. Here, we're going to have uh, disable login. What that means is that that student can't log in on their own. So each boy can log in on their own if you give them their username and password. That's something you're going to need to provide for them. But you can disable it so they won't be able to log in. And then you can reset their password here. And that will do a password reset. And I'll show you where their password is here in a few moments. So that's from the dashboard. Now over here, I can come to the household, and this is where I can really get into what's the username, what's, that kind of thing. The first thing you're going to see is uh, the output, manage the outpost. Now, what does that mean? How am I managing the outpost? Well, how you're going to manage the outpost is if Johnny joins another outpost. Some boys are actually in two outposts at the same time. Maybe they go to two different churches, or maybe there's a custody, shared custody, where the dad takes them to one outpost and the mom takes them to another. You can actually enroll them in another outpost, and all you need is that enrollment key from the outpost coordinator, and you'll just put it right there, hit enroll, and then he can be in both outposts. If he's leaving one outpost, you can just request to leave the outpost, and that will take him out of that current outpost that he's in. So that's what that manage outpost is for him. This is his username. Now, it can be changed, but it cannot at this time be customized. So I will show you how to change that. But like I said, it can be changed, but not customized. And then again, the reset of the password. So let's slide into the three dots here, and let's view his profile. Oh, we already did that. I'm sorry. Let's edit his profile. Here I can change his, change his last name, first name. If maybe something was typed in wrong, it just needs to be updated. You can request to change his group. Now that's going to be auto assigned based off his grade level. So I would discuss that with your ranger leader. Here's where you're going to generate a new password. Maybe you don't want to disable his login, but maybe his brother got his username and password, and so you need to swap it out. We're going to generate a new username. As you can see, that username is uh, now different, and here is his new password. Okay, and so that username and password is auto generated by the system. It can't be set by you, so you'll need to log it or jot it down to be able to see it. So just be aware of that on the username and password. Again, you can enter his account like you are him, and he can see his username over here on the top right-hand corner. There's his username, but he can't see his password without getting that password from you. Okay, so just be aware of that. You need to generate that password and then give it to him. And if you forget the password, you have to generate a new password for him. And then over here, you can add an adult. So let's say you're a mom and you signed them up, but you want to add a grandparent. You want to add the father. You want to add a stepfather. Here, you just put the email address, the person's name, and then you put in what their relationship is. So that's that child. Send them an invitation, and they can then join your household and see all of the people in your household. So not just one child, but they'll be able to see everybody in your household's profile. The same is true for adding a student. If you want to add a student, you just come over here, you put in the first and last name of the student, what grade they're in, verify that they're a male at birth, and it's going to auto associate you to the outpost that you are part of. So if you're part of two outposts, it's going to auto associate you to two, but auto associate you to the outpost that you're part of, and you just create that student. Um, they will be in the system. The leaders will have to validate them on the leader side of things, and that's no problem. It's a very easy process, and the leaders should know how to do that. If you click on the gear icon up here, you'll be able to see all of your profile information and make changes. You can add a phone number here for the leaders to have. You can add an email address. You have to validate that email, but you can add an email address here. You can change your password right here, and then you can see the roles that you have and what rangers you have assigned to your group. The little 9 is just a little notification area. That's where you get notifications if you have a message. If you get a message from a leader, you'll have a notification here, and over here on messages, you'll have a little number 1 over here. So that's how you see if you get messages, or when your son has earned something, you're going to see it right over here as well. Awards and merits. This is where you can kind of see what awards are out there. You can see what your sons have already earned, but you can also see just what group they're in and what they can work on. And so for Discovery Rangers, I can say, wonder what the BB gun merit requires. And you can drill into that and kind of see what all the BB gun merit requires. And Adventure Rangers, you can see what international services requires. And is that something that we can work on at home or that kind of thing? So it just gives you a chance to see the different awards and merits that are out there for the boys. You can come over here to messages. Here, right now, you're just going to be messaging the outpost coordinator. In future releases, you'll be able to do a drop down and message any of the leaders. But right now, you can message the outpost coordinator and just say checking in. And then that will go right over to your outpost coordinator, and he'll be able to respond back and forth to you and have a conversation. The outpost, this just tells you a little bit about your outpost number, and your role as a parent, your contact information, and what awards those boys or what lesson plans those boys are working on. The calendar kind of shows you what's going on in the outpost, when the next meeting is. So I can look at the 13th and see that we have a weekly meeting. I can see what's going to be taught during that meeting. If there's a camp out, the leaders can add that camp out. If there's a special meeting being held, the leaders can add that, and that just kind of shows you what the boys are going to learn that week. And then guides down here are just help guides. If you need assistance, it's just a help guide for you. Then over here, curriculum is where you can actually see more in depth of it's kind of like the merits and awards, but you can actually see more curriculum. You can see our Bible lessons, not just merits, but you can see the Bible lessons, spirit challenges, leadership merits, and if your boy is a Ranger kid, you can see the achievement badges, that achievement awards that Ranger kid can earn. So that is the parent login and the access that the parent has. We will have another video to show you what the boy has access to and what a boy can do.